Well, on Friday, President Obama announced an expensive new plan. Did you catch it?
I'm announcing an ambitious new plan to bring down the cost of community college tuition in America. I want to bring it down to zero. Community colleges should be free for those willing to work for it.
So what does all that mean? Well, 40% of U.S. college students enrolled in community college, and this can save them almost $4,000 a year, but the program will cost more than $60 billion. So is this a step in the right direction or just more wasteful government spending? Here to debate this, Ashley Pratt, spokesperson for Young America's Foundation, and Tamara Drought, VP of Policy and Research at Demos, an equal say and an equal chance for all. Nice to see both of you this morning. Welcome to the show.
Good to be with you. All
right, Tamara, you said this is great. This is giving our kids upward mobility. Defend this. Why is this great?
Well, I think what it does is it extends a very long tradition in our country of expanding access to college. You know, and the United States has long been a leader in providing the best educational opportunities. But in the last generation, we've really lost ground. I mean, Clayton, let's consider that the United States has the best educated old adult population, but we're not even in the top 10 when it comes to 25 to 34-year-olds. So what the president's plan would do is ensure that anybody who wants to go to college can get at least 2 years free of charge as far as tuition goes. You know, you still have to pay for books, you still have to pay for fees, you still have to pay for room and board and the cost of living. But this really, I think, takes us into the 21st century. We know that the jobs that are here today and in the future are going to require more college than our citizens currently are getting.
But you're talking about traditions, and we have a long tradition in this country of doing things and then not paying for them. Ashley, this thing is going to cost $60 billion. The federal government is going to pay 75% of that. And then states have the opportunity, if they opt in, they're going to pay up to 25% of that. So where's all this money going to come from? Who's going to foot the bill for this?
Well, that's a great point here. I mean, you know who's going to have to foot the bill? It's going to be this millennial generation. And all of these great big government policies that are coming from this administration that are meant to help young people actually hurt them in the long run. Look at the reckless spending that has come out of Washington. Honestly, this is what is happening now. They have crushed millennials' hopes and they are robbing them of their change. So that whole slogan of hope and change, I'm telling you right now, has done nothing except create a whole dependent permanent class of young people, which is what they want. They want young people to be reliant upon the federal government, and they want them to see them as the solution to all of their problems.
Tamara, what about that point? They're being saddled with this debt.
Well, right now, the millennial generation is the first generation in our entire history that has been asked to go into 5-figure amounts of debt to get a college degree.
By our president.
That is unheard of. This is the first generation where we have shifted the cost of getting a good college degree in this country onto the backs of millennials in the form of $28,000 on average to get a college degree. Going into student debt is not the way that we compete globally. It's not the way that we ensure upward mobility in this country.
And look, I completely agree with you. We have a reckless spending problem, and student debt, yeah, it's averaging right now $30,000 average. But there are free market solutions to creating affordable education. And right now, yes, college education is completely unaffordable for young people. But so isn't living in this country because of the fact that our president likes to saddle our nation's young people with serious debt. When we spend more than we take in and we create these policies that, you know, honestly are going to hurt our generation because we're going to have to pay it off, you know, the national debt per capita right now, so each person's share of the debt, $58,000. 58, and it's going to keep going up with policies like this.
Tamara, I'll give you the final word.
There is no better investment that we can make as a nation than in our young people and in people who are looking to upgrade their skills and compete in this global economy.
Tamara,
I agree, but spending is not the way to do it.
We thank you guys for joining us this morning. We want to hear from our viewers this morning. Go to our Facebook page, and where do you come down on this debate on community colleges?